Hello, my name is Dr. Alan Rudolph, and in today's video we're going to be talking specifically about ADD and ADHD. They're kind of the diseases, if you want to call them diseases, are issues that a lot of kids are having today. The reason why they're having a lot of issues is there's the arousal state of their brain just is not to where it's kind of deceiving. Actually, what's most likely happening is the child's brain is not being aroused enough. And so what they have to do then is, just like if you're driving your car at nighttime and you start to get tired, what things will you do? You'll roll down the window, you'll turn up the radio, you'll start pinching yourself, right? It's the things that you need to stimulate yourself to keep yourself awake. Well, the children are doing that in school too, except we label it as hyperactivity, except what they're actually doing is just trying to stimulate their brains enough to keep themselves active so they can keep learning in school. That's why I think the most common drug that they give children for ADD and ADHD are methamphetamine based. Basically, they're giving them speed to increase the arousal level of their brain in order to keep them attenuated and focusing on things that are going on in school. The challenge of this is we now know that kids that have ADD don't grow out of it. Right? They become adults that have ADD. They may be able to have adapted themselves throughout school in order to get by, but once they get out of school, the symptoms may change, but they still have the issues with having ADD with their brain. It's not able to focus or concentrate very well. And the trouble with this is now what they're finding is that since they've been able to track and follow kids that have ADD into adulthood, they're finding out that there's a lot of trouble that comes with them as far as the probability of them getting a divorce is increased. The probability of them having trouble holding down jobs is a problem. They also become socially inappropriate, meaning they don't have a lot of friends, and so that can lead to things like drug and alcohol abuse. And so, a lot of these issues that may not be or seem like big things when they're children can turn into some pretty significant things when they're adults. So what we do here at Dynamic Health Solutions and with brain core therapy is we actually scan the individual's brain to see where the electrical imbalances may be coming from that are causing the symptoms of ADD and ADHD. Then through neurofeedback training, we can stimulate and retrain the brain to keep those areas that are not being aroused properly to reach that proper arousal state. So now when the child is in school, their brain knows how to keep itself active and be able to attenuate and focus and not get distracted by things that are going on other than what the teacher is trying to teach them in school. That's kind of the baseline of what a lot of things that we do with the QEEG scanning and the neurofeedback. And keep in mind, neurofeedback is non-invasive and there's no drugs involved. So there's no side effects that potentially can lead into other issues that we know. Essentially, all drugs have some sort of side effect to them, and we know that they're all toxic to a certain extent. So children that become, dependent upon the ADD medications in order to help them focus and concentrate, well, that's, it's might be helping them through high school, but then when they get into college and all of a sudden they're not on mom and dad's insurance policies, these are what they're now calling entry-level drugs. They'll stop making, or they're not able to get their ADD meds, so they have to go to more harmful street drugs to get the same effect, but obviously those street drugs are a lot more addictive. So main point of the video is, if you're looking for a non-invasive, non-drug approach to help children with ADD and ADHD and also potentially help them into their future lives, that they don't have to become dependent on medications, but they also are able to overcome those ADD symptoms as adults, the best way to do that is do QEEG scans, which is basically, once again, an electrical scan of the brain to see if there are any imbalances that may be contributing to where the brain is not working as well as it is able to, and then we can do neurofeedback training in order to help the brain assess and retrain itself in order to overcome those challenges. Once again, this is Dr. Alan Rudolph, and thanks for watching.